Shop Time with Dave, back at you for another one. Y'all ready to see what we got going on? Let's check it out. Well, you can see we done moved the Case D outside. I shoved some rags in some holes here and there. See if we could keep some animals and rodents out of it. Eight ball's looking good. So anyway, let's step back inside and see why we moved this outside. Walking in the door, you can see that we're running out of room in here. Let's look at what we got. I got pieces hanging everywhere. Guess that means it's time for painting, huh? Well, I know it's going to let you down, but I'm not going to show any of the painting. I'm not all that good at it, and it's just, well, it's painfully boring to watch. I just don't know how to make it interesting, and I really don't want the camera around all this paint residue in the air. So here we got the hood. You can see I've done some body work. Just Bondo, sanded it out, and then hit it with some spot putty to fill in any air voids. Other miscellaneous parts. Dash panel right there. Nothing interesting on the inside of the hood. Foot pads. Battery tray. Tank bracket. Here we go. Here's some fenders for you. I'll take you around to the inside. There was a lot of damage in here. And here, I'll zoom you in. This is why I didn't film any of it. I'm not that good at body work, and I don't think there's anything you can learn from me. Coming onto the inside, all of this was caved in, and I slowly and surely beat it back out, and you can see on the inside all the little markings left behind. Come back around the outside. I did what I could with it, but I am not a body guy. But for what this tractor's going to do, we'll call it good enough. Because I know that it's going to get out and it's going to get dirty. Oh, here's a nice one for you. Yeah, I accidentally dropped it and put another dent in. Who knew that handling 3-foot by 5-foot fenders would be awkward? This one wasn't as bad. Didn't take nearly as long to work on. You come around to the inside. You can see the dent was only about right in here on this one. So it didn't take nearly as much to bang that back out, but you can still see the residual damage from hammering. Bondo did all right on hiding it though. Gas tank surprisingly is in really good shape. And what do you know, it didn't have any damage. But of course it gets covered by the hood anyway, so yeah. Well, I'll put the camera down and see if I can get a coat of primer on here. Let me cut in here real quick and just mention I am using Van Sickle. I have their gray primer, their hardener, and their reducer, so we don't have to worry about any kind of incompatibilities. And if you're wondering, here's the paint gun. I've had this probably 20 years. It's Porter Cable. I don't know if it's actually made by Porter Cable or not. You can see it's been used a lot. Painted a camper, a car, more tractors than I can count. It does all right. I can't complain with it. But I thought somebody out there might be interested, so I'd throw that in there. Well, probably look a little ridiculous. That's nothing new. Somebody once told me, it doesn't matter what you look like as long as you're comfortable. So I always tried to live by that. In this case, it was more about somewhat protecting myself. If nothing else, at least keeps the paint out of my hair, right? Anyway, let's see where we're at. We got 2 coats of primer on there. I guess we'll see if we can get 3 coats of J.I. Case Flambeau Red. All right, let's see what happens. All right, well, after a full day's work, let's see what we got. So I've never had this problem before. I ran out of paint on the end of the last coat. I've done a lot of tractors and a gallon has always done it. Apparently I've done something different this time, or I misjudged these huge giant friggin' fenders. Yep. What's next? Well, everybody, here's where we're at. Yeah, there's a few thin spots in the paint. Some more down in here. I thought I got to them, but apparently I didn't. Oh well, it's going to be all right. The whole thing ended up a little thinner than what I would have liked. Paint's got a little texture to it that I didn't want. I think 2 things were at work on me there. One being I ran low on paint, and the other being it dried faster than I anticipated it. Well, that's what we got. You can see the imperfections of my amateur body work coming through. You can really see it over here, but it's way better than what it was. I just don't have that level of patience to deal with all of that. I know some of you can, some of you can't. But for this to do some plowing, or maybe some people hauling with the party wagon, it'll do okay. Well, that's going to wrap us up for another one. Tell me what you think down in the comments, good, bad, indifferent. Well, thanks for watching, and come back for more Shop Time with Dave, where we'll probably still be working on this old case. Thanks for watching.